Рудники и база на монастыре. Верхняя от GRA. Все, ребят, еще раз. Удачи, занимаем места. Я потихонечку присоединяюсь к D'Angelo, и мы продолжаем максимально быстро. Попрошу и команды по возможности лишний раз не обитать в ангаре. Все, перебегаю я.
Indeed, so we're going to start very soon between New Star and GRA. Now, GRA being the local favourites, I would say, because they're the Ukrainian team of the GRAs. New Star being the new guys on the block that seem to be doing very, very well.
Yes.
So they did take out GRA yesterday in a very good, excellent set of battles.
Yeah.
So then, well, I don't know, we're going to have similar map setups, so I can't imagine much being different on Himmelsdorf, but it's always up to New Star to try something new.
Yes, and both teams has actually not played on Himmelsdorf this tournament.
Who hasn't?
Either of the teams.
Neither. Wow. Neither team have actually gone to Himmelsdorf today, or sorry, this offline event, but they have obviously been playing in Himmelsdorf during the leagues. Do we have any results on that? Let me have a look at GRA TM. They would have played on Himmelsdorf twice, wouldn't they? Yep, and they beat Aces SJ on Himmelsdorf there. And Drew, no, that's not Himmelsdorf. And not sure.
The poll is pretty. Well, that's Himmelsdorf. That's
It
the
is.
church, yeah.
Against Fastloss. Okay, so GRA TM did beat Fastloss, but neither of those teams were particularly strong.
Or in the tournament.
Or in this tournament, so we don't really get any insight for GRA TM's ability on... Well, actually, I think we do, because GRA TM went 3-2 to Fastloss. And that either means that Fastloss had one good map and was very good on Himmelsdorf compared to what they normally like, or Red GRA TM is not very good on Himmelsdorf, so it's one or the other.
Yeah, and we actually saw that the poll was actually, it was pretty double-sided. It was 60,
reasonably even. TM being the favourites, but people are actually placing a lot of bets on New Star. So New Star do have a fair chance.
Yeah.
And I guess the only thing we can do is wait and see.
Yes, indeed.
So, I don't know.
No.
Will we see standard 2 IS3s, 2 AMX 5100s, 2 T1s, and a T69? Do you reckon we're going to see that from both teams, or New Star going to play something slightly different?
Well, we have seen 3 AMX 5100s instead of 2 IS3s, so it could happen. See something different, but now that we're getting closer to the finals, and this being the winners' finals, I'm pretty sure we're going to see the common setup with 2-2-2 and then 1 of T69.
Well, there's only one thing to do and wait and see for that result to come in. We all know the results, and how Himmelsdorf goes. We've already seen it several times recently. So Himmelsdorf, basically, as we know, I3's at the front. MX is playing in the field at the back, T69 and T1 on the hill, T1 on the other side.
Yep, correct. And yep, that is the Kurikar.
That is the standard on Himmelsdorf, and my headset seems to be very lopsided. They're quite broken, I would say.
You're broken.
There we go.
Yeah.
Yeah, my headset doesn't work very well anymore. They actually have a habit of hanging on my ears, so that's not very good. Right, anyway, we are going to be having a hopefully very intense battle between New Star and GRA TM here. GRA TM and New Star have all been quite aggressive so far in all the previous rounds.
Yeah, they have. And you can either mean two things. We're going to see them knowing each other and then being less aggressive.
Yeah, I don't think so. I think New Star are so new that they can actually, no one really knows them that well.
Yeah, I wish. I hope for that. So we can get some exciting battles, and yeah, just get some excitement.
Yeah, get something going. So guys in the chat, I know you've been voting and posting on Facebook and stuff like that. I know that Twitter and Facebook aren't everyone's favourite, but that's the only way really we can take the votes. We don't have anything that works in the chat here in Twitch TV yet. Next season we'll hopefully have a much better system. So anyway, why don't you tell us in the chat where you are in the world and who you think might actually take this set and go on into the finals, and definitely be in the top 2.
Yeah. Let's see. Who do you think will win with between GRA and New Star?
Yeah, who's going to go through into the finals and be finishing in the top 2, definitely earning at least 200 points towards their grand final stake? And where are you from? We want to see how international we still are, as many people have been here all day, and just it's getting quite late for some places of the world.
Yeah, some places.
GRA is one of the most popular people think at the moment in the chat, and that's really interesting to see. But GRA TM, as we see, is made up of Minsk, Armalee, Dynamo, International 64, Armageddon, and I think it's Kalento, and is it Missy Rocket and Daniel Blonde?
Daniel Blonde, yes.
I think they're the 7 guys who are here today. The rest of the team have been with them throughout the season.
Yep.
But they're sponsored by HP because they're part of the Red Group.
Yes.
For New Start, though, which is a TT Esports team, we have Rest in Peace,
Just Cause,
Vosik,
and Kurets, and Diador, Ali Imperator, Krot, yeah. The guys are placeholders.
We've seen a lot of people from New York, but I think we are going to have to stop looking at the chat and instead get straight into it. So, game number 1, map number 1 of the finals of the winners brackets.
Yeah.
Wow. Okay, so this is the one where we're going to give out a Type 59. I believe. Yeah. So everyone get your voting on. Let's have a look at what the lineups are, and it's going full standard. Both teams full standards.
Full standard, which we expected. So, but are we going to see the same thing? Because we saw Rush going up the west with good success. So other strategies can happen, and a Rush in the middle also happened.
Indeed. So let's see if we're going to send the IS-3s to the front or not. So the answer is, so far, Dynamo is and Armalee definitely is. Kalento's heading to the hill. We've seen a very standard lineup here for GRA TM.
Yep. And New Star's team, we are seeing almost the same with the AMX 5100s. Though leading the charge, we have the T69 going up as well, and the T1 slowly making its way on the south side, which is driven by Crotch, whilst another T1 is now going all the way to the west, and that is Ali Imperator.
Just Cause was spotted, and so is Dryador. So now that GRA TM know that they know exactly what sort of strategy is being run with the IS-3s playing standard.
Yeah, and, well, IS-3 spotted an IS-3. So, and Dynamo in the middle as well. So both IS-3s spotted, and yeah, well, both IS-3s also spotted from New Star.
Indeed, so Just Cause, it's only people notice, well, they know where they are the IS-3s, and they're going to have a big surprise with the AMX 5100s turn up on top of that hill to fight against Kalento in his his T69, yes. Vosik actually manages to land a shot onto Kalento.
Yeah, he did. And Koretz is thinking about going out, but he's staying back, not to give out any tactical information right now.
Voss does get the hit, but Kalento gets received another shot, and there they go. The AMX 5100s are spotted, and Kalento immediately turns around with Armageddon and runs away.
Yeah, and the same, Koretz and Rest in Peace are both also turning their tanks around, and Rest in Peace is leaving now, whilst Koretz waited just a little bit, and Vosik is also going down the hill, so a completely completely abandoned hill, apart from one T1, which is Cross.
Yep, Armageddon is the only one left on the hill as well, so I guess Armageddon's doing the sensible thing of trying to come up and see if they're still there or not, and the answer is he's found it. There's no one there. So that was a great fake move there from New Star.
It was. And I'm going to see if Krot might be spotted by the proximity scouting of Armageddon, and he is! And he gets taken down by Armageddon. And the T1 is lost. The hill is now completely blind.
Everybody is abandoning the hill. Literally, both teams just running away. Armageddon expecting someone to chase him, but there is no one there to give the chase.
Yeah. And we see the AMX 5100s moving down the south side, and Ali Imperator actually going over to the east. So no one's going to come through these without them being spotted. Now they lost one T1 up there.
Ooh, they have been spotted by Daniel Blonde. He does see them. And Corret's Rest in Peace has been now noted. They're off the hill, which means Armageddon might go up and take the hill himself, now knowing there are no AMXs up there for sure.
Yeah, and we're going to see Vosik. Maybe he's going out there to finish Daniel Blonde off, but you never know.
He would be in a lot of trouble if he did, because there's Minx there with Kalento, although Kalento's received quite a bit of damage. I'm not sure where from.
No, an international has taken some damage as well. And Vosik, he sees the threat and decides not to go there, but he can see Daniel Blonde through the trains and takes him out. So no eyes for GRA either.
So that's the first blood being drawn for, so it's first blood for New Star. They've actually killed their first target here on this map. This must be quite nice to do, to be able to kill that first target, regardless if it's a T1 or not. Just a feeling of, okay, we've killed at least one of them.
Yep. It's equal.
But we do now see that GRA are all together. The entire team here, apart from the T1 on the hill, are together. And we'll see if they're going to make use of this as Kalento gets hit again as he goes past. Minx is also getting hit by Vosk. We're going to see now if they can make the most of this. So Perez takes the double tap and moves into cover. But no, again he's hit by International 64, and Perez will have to fall back now.
Yes, he'll have to do that. International and again, FC Dynamo took some damage from Vosik as he peeked up, and actually one of them missed him. I think it was Minsk. He had a shot at him, but he completely missed him, and Vosik did very well in retreating right at the perfect time. And we actually see Ali Imperator moving all the way up to the hill now, not just making sure that nothing comes down from the hill, but he's on top of the hill now.
Yep, he is, and Armageddon 008 is there for him, but not much is actually happening. They're not actually engaging each other. And Imperator did take Armageddon down to 56 HP earlier on, so he doesn't... Whoa! Down to 21. He does not want to engage him anymore. He's more important alive with his eyes still intact.
Yeah, and Dynamo spotting Diador actually spotting Dynamo from all the way across the map in the middle and hitting him as well. Great shot there by Diador.
So it is going to be the last game for tonight, this one, by the way, guys. It will be played tomorrow as we thought, at what time? 11 o'clock in the morning, so we're going to play the Rush game versus GRA first thing in the morning. So anyway, let's get back to this game, because this game is not over. This is the end of the winners bracket, and we will put the rest of it tomorrow. We will finish off the entire losers bracket, then have the grand finale tomorrow.
Yes. And,
but Kalento is here now, trying to fight off Ali Imperator. Apparently a T1 is enough to need Kalento and Armageddon.
Yes, it is. But Vosik has moved up to the hill in his T69, again getting that hill advantage with the T69 and the T1, but Ali Imperator goes down.
That was a good enough move for them. They now have all the vision gone, all the basic scouts are now gone, and they are naturally blind now, New Star. They have no one left.
Apart from people who are way too important to be acting as scouts.
Exactly, and as we saw earlier, if you try and scout with a big tank and you get ambushed, that's a lot of combat power gone.
Yeah, or even ammo racked, which we saw on the IS-3.
Exactly.
And FC Dynamo is spotted by Vosik, who did some amazing scouting from the top of the hill through a crack in the wall.
He is, and Armageddon 008 is curious on what he's trying to do. He doesn't actually know what he wants to do, but he is keeping Vosik spotted as much as he can.
Yeah, I think maybe no, Vosik doesn't know at all, and he's actually just trying to get to the higher ground on the church. And now he spots Armageddon, and it's too late. Armageddon has already retreated.
Oh yes, he's not going to stay up there to get shot by Vosik.
We now see a move by the IS-3 and the AMX-13 or 5100 by Rest in Peace and Just Cause. They're moving forward on the Banana Alley.
Oh my, they're not ready for this. Gratium are not ready for this. They have no eyes there at all, and their formation does not see that they are suited for this sort of attack.
But Just Cause is spotted by FC Dynamo, and doesn't seem to care. Rest in Peace went through the other small passage, and they're now together again in the middle. With the support of Diador from the usual camping spot on the Banana Alley.
Armely guarding the western pass, but there's nothing coming down there just yet.
Diador moving forward. He's at less than half health, so should be really careful. One shot from an IS will leave him a one-shot target for any tank on the enemy team, apart from a 1T1.
Indeed. Now Dynamo and Dryador are facing each other down. I don't think Dynamo, though, is actually spotted yet.
No. He's moving backwards, so maybe he'll be spotted. Not sure. The distance might be too far.
Armely popping out there, trying to spot his teammate Dynamo against the possible onslaught that's about to occur. But it looks like New Star are losing a bit of confidence. They're not pushing forward after going all the way down the Banana Alley. They didn't actually move any further than that.
Moved into the middle a little bit, but they're moving back with Rest in Peace. And Colento gets hit by something. I didn't even see what. From this distance, it would have to be Just Cause who hit him through a crack in the yeah, I think he hit him through yep, he hit him right through a building window. It's a great shot by Just Cause.
You got hit right at the side underneath the track there from such a distance.
Yeah, great shot. And Just Cause and Rest in Peace are moving forward now, slowly and together.
Gratium are on the back foot. They don't know exactly what's going to happen. They haven't been able to find anything out with Armageddon because he's been always pinned by Vosk, and that's it.
Yeah, the time goes
That's
out.
the end of that. Wow, okay, I didn't pay attention to the time of these guys.
Me neither. I don't think they did.
Staring each other down, and 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. It's a draw. It's a draw.
1 point difference.
It's just 1 point. Not enough for anything to happen. So, okay. Why do they stand back? I don't understand that. I guess because New Star had lost their scouts, they didn't know what they wanted to do. But Gratium, they did know where the enemy were for the large part, and they decided still not to do anything.
Yeah, that was very weird again. Seeing starting out with a draw between these two guys.
Unexpected.
Yeah, very unexpected. Indeed, more unexpected than Rush versus Unity.
Yes, definitely. With Rush's and Unity's history of camping, it wasn't that unexpected that they would do a few rounds of drawing. But New Star and Gratium so far have not done that. But as you said, they might not be so confident with their Himmelstoff ability. They haven't really had the practice so far.
Exactly, and again, they are also pretty new to the offline stage, so being not very comfortable on a map and on the offline stage, that makes us together to a cocktail which you do not want on this point in time. So yeah, another draw, guys, but let's hope for some
More aggressive gameplay from both of these guys. It did start off well. They had a good exchange, but then GRA fell back from the front line all the way across the map and sat back to do nothing.
Yeah, and actually the sad part is, if they had gone and taken one of the tier 8 tanks on that first skirmish, they would still not have enough points to win, because that would have been a T1 dead for New Star, so it would have only been a 7-point difference.
It would have been, so it wasn't really close for either team. It was a lot of damage exchanged from a distance and all that sort of jazz, but no one actually finished them off. So.
Yeah, let's get ready and get into Kalento.
Kalento's picked an E1.
That's weird. How can you switch? It's T1. No, wait, he's not even a T1. Yeah, he's the T69, so he probably just rolled a little bit to the right in the garage, and then click ready on a completely different tank.
So yeah, so I don't know. We saw the standard tactic, we saw the standard lineups, and then we saw the teams just decided to calm down and give up.
Проигравшая сейчас команда, потом просто жахнет либо Раш, либо Гра и отправит их отдыхать. Просто освободит команду либо Раш, либо
Not sure really what we can say about these guys. They're both of them were very much passive after the engagement for the first 5 minutes, and they decided instead to fall back from each other and not be able to finish each other off. And I guess. Hold on. Yeah, you've confused now.
I know.
Ну что, готовы? Минск готов, РСНП готов. Да, пошел. Старт. Go пишет.
Okay, we're all ready to go, and we're going to have a replay of the first match. Go. But we have seen a lineup change. Actually, GRA have decided to go for the extra T69 instead. So, we're going to see if they're going to play a bit more aggressive with that or take more heal chances. We will see. But anyway, GRA with the extra T69 is as follows. International 64, Minsk, Armalee, FC Dynamo, Kalento, Daniel Blon, and Armageddon 008.
Yeah, for New Star we have Rest in Peace, Koretz, Diodor, Just Cause, Vosik, Ali Imperator, and Crotch. So let's get rolling and see what they are planning to do with that extra T69.
Okay, here we go. The battles does start. We're going to watch to see where they decide to place their tanks. We have got Armalee and International 64 heading straight for the front line. In fact, all of them going straight for the front line. Did they see this tactic work earlier against Rush and decide that they're going to use it? Maybe so. Armalee's going on to the top of the hill to support against Rydor, but Dynamo does receive a shot into the side, but they make it across the open field.
And everybody's turning around.
And everyone is turning around. Kalento, though, moving over this little bit of the rock here, trying to get around, but the IS-3 does pull back. That's a very sensible option by Rydor.
Yep, Rydor is really just running and to get back to his teammates. Oh, he gets a shot straight in the rear by Armalee. He hits through the window and into the rear of Diodor. So Diodor should have probably moved a little bit to the left or right, but he got the damage.
Wow, look at that shot here from Armalee. You can see how difficult it must have been to shoot across there. It was absolutely terrible. Wow, what a shot.
That was a great shot there by Armalee, and good patience, because he could have easily just rolled down.
Kalento, though, managed to get some damage onto Vosik, and Rest in Peace and Koretz come round to try and deal with these two. The dynamic duo of Dynamo and Kalento, who are going to try and come round and kill off Vosik, and they might even be able to with support from Minsk, but I don't know if it would be worth it. He's tracked in the open, uses repair kit, is hit then in the turret as the second shot, so repair kit for nothing as Vosik is not dead. Kalento, though, behind him at max health, and Armageddon 008 does go down.
Yeah, losing a scout there. I don't really know why he decided to go. past them, but he's dead now. Koretz is moving around here after AFC Dynamo and Koretz, but can he? No, he can't. There's some Minx at the end
there to prevent him coming around and flanking his teammates. He's going to be there to try and stop anything like that from happening. We have Kalento moving in onto the corner here. But on the other side of the field, Dino Blon seems to be holding them all back with support from Armely and International 64. So Vorsig is the guy that needs to protect here because he's only at 17 HP and that's a whole gun that can easily be taken out but could do a ton of damage if you...
Yep. And there he is, Kalento peeking forward there, hitting Rest in Peace. And Diodor and Imperator and Just Cause are moving on the other side, but International is there to take a shot into Just Cause.
International unloading into Just Cause. A couple more shots, he might even get it, but no, he shoots it to the floor. Isn't able to do it, but wow, a holy roll. Just need one more. Just Cause will go down. Diodor comes around, hits International 64, but it's not enough. International 64 does get away and reloads. Dynamo, though, on the other side is now in trouble. It's Koretz, Rest in Peace, and Vorsig needs to do something before Kalento and Co manage to do something, but Koretz comes around to try and take out Diodor, but 88 HP, he is going to go down there. Vorsig does go down to Minx as Minx comes pushing around the corner, trying to take them down. Rest in Peace versus Minx. Minx will go down in 2 shots unless Dynamo can come out there and save him. Can he get the shot up and save him? No, he misses! He misses, and Rest in Peace sends his teammate, and Diodor shoots him in the back. They all go down. They all go down.
We have a full HP Kalento in his T69, fast reload speed.
Armely trying to get to a good angle here, but he's wasting time as his teammates receive damage from Diodor. He just needs to get out there and do the damage, but now Diodor's going to engage Kalento at close range because Armely's now in a bad position, but no, he does continue going, so Armely will be able to get the shot, but it doesn't need it. Kalento takes him down, leaving just 2 T1s, meaning that this is almost certainly going to Gratian.
Yeah, yep.
Nice.
They can do about it. Good. Awesome skirmish. Fast action. Great to see.
And Imperator going for it. Trying to kill Kalento. Kalento, though, just rams him. Not even going to waste a shot, and I'm just going to ram him. And here we go. Whoa, so Gratian doing fantastic there, really relaxed and in control. This time much better than the previous battle, realizing that they can do it. Kalento doing a whopping 2,168 damage.
Yeah, they have great shot percentage, hit ratio. They have Kalento with 8 shots hitting out of 9, and 4 out of 7 for Armely, and 6 out of 9 for Minsk. So he hit a full drum, and International 64 hit just below a full drum, doing 1,200 damage.
Well, that was more like it for sure. That's definitely the sort of World of Tanks action that people have come to see, and we are glad to deliver.
Yeah.
So, on the other team though, what could they have done better? New Star outplayed, do a few mistakes. What was it that really tipped the balance in Graz's favour?
Well, the push through the middle and just getting that position, that surprise position, really helped them a lot. And when they finally, when Vorsig was really low on health, the AMX 5100, if they'd gone together through one street to maybe try and take out one of the T69s, maybe could have helped, but you can't really tell because then Vorsig would have had to go with them. And at one point there was a skirmish between Minsk and I can't remember, but it was another 100, and Minsk got 3 shells in on that one without any retaliation.
Wow, good job there, Minsk. But eventually did drop down as Minsk did get killed, but got 9 shots out of 12 for 2 clips, I guess. So was already in the middle of his 2nd clip before he was taken down, which is always very good for an AMX during these sort of competitions. So battle number 1 does go to Gratian. So New Star not exactly in trouble just yet. They obviously got another map if they do drop Himmelsdorf. So do you expect to see them change up? We saw Gratian take a extra T69. New Star, maybe? Good say?
Yeah, maybe the New Star could take another one to counter it, but again, it was made for the tactic. One T69 and an AMX 5100 probably wouldn't have been very good to take in those situations because of the much longer reload for 6 shells instead of 4. So having 2 tanks up, which could fire off 4 quick shells each and then reload within 20-25 seconds. That was the thing that that allowed them to be there without just being rolled over.
That's right. So looking at the damage from last time, which is quickly again, you can see that Dynamo didn't actually do all that much, although he did get his whole clip off. Didn't really do any real damage, only 884 before he died, but Dynamo was always there. It was a distraction. He was always taking a lot of damage and able to share his HP pool with others around him. But we are seeing a lot of changes in the room. Nothing's certain just yet, though. We have no idea if they're going to finish picking up with something different. Again, GRA obviously showing us that they can pick different strategies and they do not rely on the same one.
No, exactly. And that's why we've been looking forward to seeing them. And that's why it was great seeing them in this battle. See, still 5 players waiting to ready up. They must be thinking, well, it worked, but should we go for the same thing?
I guess they want to just improve or tweak upon it, but there you go, they are ready. They just wanted to discuss something, clean something up, but we're going to have to be going into game number 2 surely very, very soon.
Готовности от New Star и поедем дальше по машинам. Смена баз.
There on your left, as you see on the screen, is GRA, and on the right you see New Star.
Yes.
New Star in the red, GRA in the grey.
Lighter grey, yeah.
Indeed. On their right shoulder you see the Ukrainian flag, and that's how you know they're the TM team.
Yes. A little bit of yellow.
Here we go, into battle number 2 on Himmelsdorf. GRA TM versus New Star. In the blue we have GRA TM, and they have stuck with the same strategy as last time. New Star also with the same strategy as they did last time.
Yep, in the orange.
International 64, Minx, Armorly, Dynamo, Calento, Daniel Blon, and Armageddon 008 is the team known as GRA TM.
Yes, and New Star consists of Rest in Peace, Koretz, Diodor, Just Cause, Vosik, Ali Imperator, and Krotz.
Nice. Here we go.
Let's see what they're going to do with those 269s.
Will they do a second push across the middle? Unlikely, but there's always a possibility.
Always. Great to see Ali Imperator being very slow at getting up to the hill, but he just wanted to make sure that the ammo crates in the middle of the cap zone was destroyed. First thing you do in every random game, destroy those ammo crates so you don't lose on cap.
Because you never know.
You never
But we do see the entire GRA TM head out into the west, running a west-based strategy here, not playing anything standard. GRA TM
are moving to the west, whilst the New Stars are moving to the east with 2 MX-5100s, a T-69 and a T-1. So, yep, leaving the 2 IS-3s in the defensive positions as always.
Indeed. So DNL Blon and Dynamo moving forward here on the far west, trying to get into a position where they can find something, and Krot is going to trip and see 1 tank, but it's a big tank. It's the IS-3 that is lit up, and that means that there should be enough information for New Star to realise that there is something fishy going on there.
Yep, he did trip and died from it. Yeah, so the AMX-5100s are going back the hill as fast as they came up there, or even faster with top speed going down, and it is Rest in Peace and Koretz moving down there because they have spotted tanks over there, so they need some defense over there when their scout isn't there.
Indeed. Now, the weird thing is, as they retreated, they were spotted, and that does mean that they abandoned their strategy, but were spotted abandoning their strategy. So New Star actually reacted with nothing.
They stopped.
They didn't actually do anything.
They stopped immediately after they spotted them not being or staying on that side. So the MX-5100s are still on the west side of the map, or the east side, I'm sorry.
And here we go, Calento International 64 and Dynamo with Minx all moving in the same direction, sticking together.
Yeah, and Ali Imperator just he spotted nothing on the east side, on the hill. So they know nothing is up there, and something must be up. But will they react too fast? Actually, right now they're not reacting at all.
International 64 leading the way up the hill here for GRA.
Yep, nice 3 is moving a little bit up in the banana alley, but it's retreating a little bit, as we can see on the minimap. It's small, but you can see it's retreating backwards instead of forward. And there we go, FC Dynamo spotted, and Ali Imperator moves back as fast as possible, but he was spotted.
Yep, so now they know they have been spotted here again. It seems like no matter what GRA do, they are always spotted and caught, so they can't do what they want to do. As soon as their strategy is spotted, they realise that they won't be able to pull it off, and so they back off and try something else.
Yeah, but FC Dynamo is still moving up the hill, probably to take care of the small T1, but there is soon to be T69 defense in the shape of Vorsik, and there he is.
There he is indeed. Ali Imperator is running away though. Dynamo and Colento moving forward very carefully, and they do not see the big rush down the banana alley that is going on right now.
Interesting. Yeah, Vorsik took a shot to the face, but so did Colento. And but Vorsik is alone and is moving away.
But this is Koretz and Just Cause are spotted moving, and Armageddon 008 does move, and Minx moves into a defensive formation, ready to be able to protect his teammates, with Arma Lee trying to get across that open. If he doesn't get across the opening before, he won't be able to make it across, and he will be cut off from his teammates. But, well, right now he's got to be incredibly careful. He's outnumbered now, and it does look like that Armageddon will spot Rest in Peace, and Rest in Peace hits him in the track, but the second shot definitely kills him. So that's 2 shots from Rest in Peace, so he's not on a full clip here. Armalee, though, moving down, cannot engage this force here. They did spot the whole force. They do know that they're all here. International 64 versus Armalee versus these 4 will not work. They will lose if this is the case. Where's the rest of the team? They did spot this a while ago.
Yeah,
so
well, they moved up the hill, I think, but right now we can only see that there's one. Oh, there comes Armalee and resets a little bit of the cap, but it's still 3 people in there.
That's it. They've got to get rid of one of the people. They've got to make sure that it's not a 3-man cap, because that 12 seconds can quickly go down. Armalee International 64 come in though, try and do some damage here, focusing down, but oh my word! International 64 goes down, and that was unexpected. But there we go. Rest in Peace goes down for them. Armalee though will be focused down next by Drydo and Just Cause. Boom! There he goes. And Dynamo decides, so that I'm going.
Yep.
No way. But it might be too late. Drydo and Just Cause shooting him in the ass, and no, the second shot does not go off.
But they do not keep the cap going. Vorsik and Koretz are running away.
But Colento joins up with Dynamo. Now they might have enough firepower to actually fight these guys. Not sure, because Minx is at 65 HP and might go down very shortly if he's not lucky.
Yeah, we just saw Vosk and Koretz actually splitting ways, and Vorsik was actually going to the right side of the map, and as soon as he saw Koretz not following him, he went oops and backed off immediately.
Yep, Vorsik is chasing Colento. Colento is chasing Koretz. Colento though realizes this and turns around to take out Vorsk. First shot goes in, second shot misses. Colento receives the shot instead. Driver goes down. Colento receives the third shot. Vorsk survives with 9 HP. Colento though is not firing. He must be out of ammo, and the ram goes off. The ram. Colento rams and takes down Vorsik, and that means that they are back in this game.
Yep.
GRA are.
Oh,
Wait a minute there.
They're not.
Dynamo just blows up, doing damage to Just Cause, but just not enough. Colento has to be very careful, because Drydo and Just Cause are capping right now, and they're really tough. I mean, they're both IS-3s, and without Minx able to put down some covering fire, in fact, Just Cause isn't going back to the base anymore, because the T1 decided to leave. And Minx goes down. That is the end of that.
Yep.
Which means U-Star is going to take this this game away. Very likely. We can see the Colento trying to Just Cause, but the side scraping is just too much, and Drydo comes around and goes, oh, hi. Hello.
Yeah, well,
I see you there.
yeah, what just happened there? They were the point difference was 7, so they could have gone a little bit away and forced the New Star team to chase them, but they decided not to, and Minsk got taken out on the hill.
1-all. New Star pull it back. Battle could have gone either way all throughout that battle, and it ends up landing in the court of New Star, showing GRA that they are in this to win it.
Yes. Yeah, it was a good game. Another good game. It just shows that you don't need to stay back and be passive to win.
No, definitely not. If you take control of the battle, you actually have more chance to win than if you play passive. If you play passive, you're letting your opponents dictate the state of the battle, and that's just not what you want. You want to take control, you want to control it, you want to be able to tell your enemy where you want to take the battle, and that is a guaranteed way to get the win.
Yeah, we've seen that in most of the wins. We saw that with Unity as well, pushing through the middle and
exactly
pushing in.
Control.
Yeah,
but we do see the damage up here on the screen, and we do see that Just Cause 1,920 in the IS3.
Yeah, and Vozik close after with 1,748 in his T79 or T69. Yeah.
So there wasn't really any one person that let the team down per se, but Kalento again, did 8 shots, 4 only doing damage, and I don't think even all 4 did damage. I think one of them was critical. So Kalento just not doing as much damage as his teammates. International 64 only getting 5 of his 6 off, but 4 of them did connect, which isn't too bad. Minx actually surviving for very long, but only firing 7 times. 4 of which went through. So not actually that particularly good performance from Minx either.
Yeah, but yeah, 1 each, and that they both have a very good shot at winning this first map, because both have won one and shown that they know what it takes to win on this map. Taking charge from
forcing the enemy to fight where you want them to fight.
Yes, that is the recipe for victory.
Remember, guys, if you want to win one of the 1,000 gold prizes that we have to give out, and we have quite a few of them to give out, then in fact let's have a look at exactly how much we have to give out. We have 20 gold prizes to give out right now. 20,000 gold in total. You need to start tweeting us with your favourite moments, your favourite maps, your favourite players, some joke or phrase you like, or any quotes you have heard from the Golden League thus far. And if you tweet it to Wargaming League, WG League, and the hashtag WG League with your in-game name and your region, we will get back to you if it's a cool enough thing, read it out on the stream, and award you with 1,000 gold. Also, we will interact with the crowd at some point between the battles, normally between the maps, and give a couple of gold prizes out there as well. This is also the battle where the votes count towards the Type 59 prize, the grand prize of a Type 59. We also have another Type 59 to give away on the finals, so be sure to tune in tomorrow for that as well.
Yes, Type 59.
Very good times.
Yeah.
But let's move into the third battle of the map. And we have 1 each so far, New Star versus GRA.
Yes.
And we're seeing no lineup changes. We're seeing the same for both teams.
Yes.
So in blue, GRA. International 64, Minsk, Armely, Dynamo, Kalento, Diniobo, Armageddon, 008.
And for New Star, we're seeing Rest in Peace, Koretz, Diador, Just Cause, Vozik, Ali Imperator, and Krot.
Let's see where they're going to go. Are they going to play standard, or as they did last time from south, just push across the field?
Well, we see New Star are moving east, and they did that last time when they were surprised by Red GRA moving into the middle. So will they again? They have no eyes in the middle, but
we're seeing a double AMX strategy up on the hill with no T1. Oh wait, no, with the Armageddon T1. The Armageddon 008 started so far away that he's just taking forever to get there. In the meantime, they're going to use Armely on the front, reveal himself so they know, or New Star know, that they are in the middle.
Yes. That's sometimes disadvantage, you know, the starting positions. If a fast tank or a tank that should be somewhere spawns somewhere else.
Armely takes a shot to the face. I think that must have penetrated right there on top of the turret. What a shot there.
Good job.
Good shooting from Just Cause.
Yep. But yeah, the random spawn points is just a part of the game. So if you can't live with it, then you shouldn't be competing at this level.
Yeah, it is one of those things. Adds a bit of random elements, and not every game is the same. Whether you think that's a good thing or a bad thing is up for debate, but there you go, it is part of the game. Dynamo receives a shot though from Vorsig, who then buggers off.
Yes, Dynamo was very open there, and the AMX5100.
Ooh,
one of them
so
is
it's
spotted.
A double AMX5100 strategy on the hill, and Dynamo managed to get the shot into Koretz and get away without any damage in return.
Yeah, Koretz couldn't land that snapshot there, but 2 snapshots in a row, but very low damage. It's 200, where the AMX5100 has average damage of 300, so that was insanely low, and he got away with that very, very cheap.
He was very lucky there, Dynamo. And we see International 64 and Minx all there ready to see if the enemy will push round, see if New Star will come round.
Yep, flanking maneuver very fast. There's an IS-3 and a T-69.
Wait a minute, IS-3 on the hill. International 64 down to 115, he's dead. This is a disaster situation. Minx needs to get out of there. It looks like we're going to see Gratiem be decisively destroyed here unless Minx can get off this hill. But his driver goes down. He does make it through, but what is Colento doing? What is Colento doing? Is he stuck or is he just trying to save Minx? I think he's trying to save Minx, and he was semi-successful, but will he be able to get out of there? Minx has driver still dead. I don't think he is going to be able to. Vorsig, rest in peace, and driver will be able to get there, but Colento is trying to block the shot. Will he be successful? The answer is yes, he will. Colento takes the damage, but Minx is still alive, which is very important. Armely and Dynamo is ready in defensive formations, ready to stop any sort of attack that happens around the corner. Will New Star keep the pressure on, or will they stop back? They will keep the pressure on.
Oh my god, all of them are there.
Every single person is here, and all the shots are going out. Colento, though, doesn't have enough HP to stop all of this, and Just Cause will get the kill any second now. No, he won't. No, he won't. He gets behind Armely, and Armely now has to absorb the damage for his teammate Colento. What damage sharing here? These guys are perfectly doing it. However, they're now surrounded, and that is the end of that. Dynamo is going to go down. Yep, he's down. Koretz does it for them, and that is Gratiem out of here. Losing number 1, and they will have to go to the second map to see if they can get a point against New Star. So New Star are now ahead, 1 map to 0.
Great play there, and Koretz doing the flanking maneuver. That was perfect, just perfect, because if he had just followed his teammates, then they would have been in a lot longer skirmish than this. But Koretz taking out 2 of the rear supporting tanks. That was a really great play.
The damage output from International 64 was 0. Literally, he got a shot off and missed it.
And then he got killed.
Smackdown! Quote here from Twitter, though. We have iSlaughter saying 1 versus 1 battles between autoloaders that end up with a ramming kaboom are always brilliant to see. And yes, indeed they are. They are certainly the moments that we all wish for. And we are going to see a few minutes break from the players as they change the map. Very common to see. But we will have the stats up for you from the previous battle soon. You'll see what we mean by how Gratiem were destroyed there on Himmelstoff.
Yeah. We're moving on to the next map, which is Abbey, which we haven't seen today.
We haven't. I've missed Abbey. We will see some excellent games there. But the stats do show that Vorsig, Koretz, rest in peace, all did near 2,000 damage, where only Colento did above 1,000 damage for New Star. They were just focused out expertly well from New Star as they managed to catch them on the hill, and then they came down the hill and just kept the chase up, proving that push strategies can work so long as you're coordinated well and you don't have to count.
Exactly. We did see some capping action there in the second game, but it was only to pressure and make people fall back. So capping isn't always needed.
Indeed. So if you voted for Gratiem, you must be quite nervous now because there is a Type 59 at stake. They are down a map, but they are reasonably good at Abbey, I believe.
Yeah.
Have we got any history on these guys on Abbey?
On Abbey? we have New Star, 1 over GRA on Abbey, 2-0. And,
Okay.
game.
2-0.
Yeah.
Ooh.
And yeah, GRA TM also beat Mind, 2-0.
Okay, so both teams pretty expert here and Abbey, but although I do believe that it was a 6-man League of Liberty team that GRA beat. So that may not be a clear indicator of how well these guys will fight this out.
No.
But did we already mention what happened when these guys met last? New Star and GRA TM.
No, we didn't.
New Star lost to GRA TM.
How much?
Quite badly, 3-1.
Badly. Ooh.
Yeah, it wasn't easy because obviously that one was a draw, so 3-2-ish is not so bad. So it wasn't overwhelming. So these guys are pretty close in skill level, but GRA TM, statistically speaking, a little bit ahead.
Yes. But yeah, New Star showing here why that season match actually didn't matter that much. It's only one match they get against each other before this season finals.
Indeed. So, well, really, we've only got this map now and one more map, and we find out who is definitely going to be in the winner's side of the final brackets.
Yeah. We're going to get some goal away because we actually have quite a lot of gold to give away.
We do actually have 20. So Relix says from North America, loving this quick aggression and smart moves and great casting from the crew.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, and I'm glad you enjoy it because we enjoy doing it. And we're glad to give you 1,000 gold.
Very glad to give that.
So yeah, let's into because this is between the maps. Let's give away the gold, as I say, to the chat. So let's get everyone ready. And I know we said we're not going to do the quick fingers, but we have so much to go. So get ready to log into your water tanks, wherever cluster you're from, and go to redeem code. And do that now. And tell us when you're ready. Say you're ready in the chat. Get that redeem code up. We will throw a couple of codes into the chat. Just a couple. We're not going to do this often. We prefer you guys earning it, but we have so many to give away, we might as well lighten the load. So say if you're ready, and we'll get ready to go. Ready?
Waiting for readies.
Ready?
Yes, ready.
Are you ready?
Ready.
Log into your cluster.
Ready.
Click on that button that says redeem code. And
get that box ready. And we're going to see copy-paste skills here.
Okay. NA, EU, Korean, Southeast Asia are all ready. So we've got 5 codes coming. 5 codes up for grabs for the next 4 people. They'll be coming from the moderators. You'll see what they are. So go for it. If we see anyone dropping a code that isn't a moderator, you will be banned from the chat. So don't even try it. Good luck for everybody, and grab them and go.
And one has been launched.
One's been launched into the chats. So if you're not ready yet, you need to get ready because we've been giving you plenty of time.
And there's only 3 now coming. Because the second one has been launched as well.
I see the second one.
Hello, Otti. While we're looking at
Otti's like, what's going on here?
Hi.
Hi. Oh my God, there's a code.
Code
right on my face. Right there. And there's the next code. We have some more coming out, so you guys should be paying attention to the chat, as we have got just 5 codes being sent out for 1,000 gold each. And the rest of them will be going out to Twitter, so you guys need to be sending out your favourite moments to Twitter at WG League and hashtag WG League with your name, your in-game name, plus your cluster and a moment you've loved or a phrase we've said or that you want to give to the audience. And we'll read them out and award you 1,000 gold to your Twitter chat. So I believe you have to follow the channel to give you a chat.
Yes.
Yeah, I don't think we can send you a message unless you follow us. So if you're going to be tweeting us, you might as well click the follow button as well, and we will make sure we get you that. So I believe everyone is actually getting ready for the next map. So I believe all the codes are down.
Yeah, one of them remaining.
Guys, if it says it's used, that's because you didn't. Well, you're not fast enough.
Yeah.
The 5 codes are 1 use. So whoever is first gets it. But anyway, map number 2 of the finals from the winners brackets. New Star versus GRA TM. New Star has 1 map up on GRA GRA, and we have a near mirror matchup.
Near, but then again not.
There is some differences.
Yes, there is.
But first of all, the blue team, being GRA, is International 64, Calento, Minx, Armely, Dynamo, DL Blanc, and Armageddon 08.
Yes, and in the orange team we have Rest in Peace, Bosic, Koretz, Diador, Just Cause, Koret, and Ali and Perta, and they are the new star.
Okay, so we're seeing 3 AMX 90s, 2 T71s for GRA and 2 Bisons, but instead of going for 2 tier 7s, they go for 1 tier 8, tier 5, and a tier 3 and 2 artillery for New Star. So very similar lineups, very similar, but
different
enough differences to make us
wonder
what could happen here. So following International 64, Armely and Calento to the rest with their Armageddon 008, Adina Oblon and Minx all coming over here with just Dynamo, the T71, going to the middle here.
And we're probably going to get a skirmish because that's exactly what the New Star team is doing as well.
Ooh, so they're going to clutch here as Just Cause and Caress run into International 64 and Armely here in the middle here. In fact, Caress isn't even stopping, he's just going to keep driving through. And Just Cause opening up against Armely, but Armely's doing excellently well, not go down, but there he goes, eventually died, but Koretz is down as well. Minx and Calento, why is no damage coming out? It seems like there's a shield coming around against GRA, and New Star though is able to share the damage better, and eventually the shots land and Calento goes down as well. International 64 is actually pinned from their teammates. Just Cause gets a shot from the other side as Dynamo connects with him, and I don't think the artillery has had a chance to do anything yet.
Nothing, they were surprised. Oh, we gotta aim. Way too much there, and well, New Star got out of there with the good side of this there, good end. And International is, whoa, he's pinned down, whoa, he's moving out.
He is moving out, and he's going for them. The artillery is splashing all around, bullets flying everywhere. Minx is coming in now. International 64 needs to go with him, and yes he does. Ross down to 12 HP, he goes down. Minx though could receive another shot, and he will not. Rest in peace, misses. International 64 cleans up, and there GRA looks like very comfortable position to go take the set, but Just Cause is there, and we do have Dryador still at reasonable HP trying to chase down International 64 and Minx, but the artillery lands straight on the back of Dryador, and he's got to be careful not to be able to hit it. Well, he's got to be able to get him, nowhere for him to go. Minx will not be able to reload in time. He's an AMX 1390 with a 40-second reload time. It hasn't been that long yet, so Dryador is able to clean up. This isn't as clean cut as it looked like.
No, it's not. It was. It looked like it was called already, but
really
Diador came back and took out International while he was trying to flee in that water. But water really slows you down to almost a complete halt. So he wasn't fast enough to get around that hill.
Dynamo though chasing Just Cause, making sure he cannot find the artillery. Will he connect with the shot? Just Cause dodging as best he can. First shot doesn't hit, second shot doesn't hit, third shot's his last chance, and he does get it! He does get it on his last chance, and there he goes, Just Cause in the T50-2. Good dodging there from Just Cause.
Yeah, really
3
good.
chances needed to kill him.
So yeah, Diador is the only combat tank left, but they are a bit low on HP, so especially Minx, if he got shot like that from Diador, he could be taken down by the artillery.
If he's not careful, the artillery, oh, splashes nearby to Minx. Minx isn't able to, isn't able to die. Dryador is able to kill him down, and that is it. We are really close now. Dryador, a much more powerful machine than the T71, but the T71 is not something to scoff at. He does find Ali Perrieta and take him down. But oh, what a shot from whomever that was. It could have been Crot. It could have been
Crot.
It was Crot.
Yeah.
So now Dynamo needs to find Crot, and hopefully his Bisons will be able to support him there, but Crot is spotted. One shot, no shot. Dynamo had one chance there and he wasn't able to take it.
And Diador is now coming around here, but Dynamo of course is way more sensible than just going for the arty, and he gets hit. Diador gets hit by the artillery in the back.
He's down to 413 HP, with another 2 shots at least from Dynamo, or 2 shots from the artillery.
Yeah, he just blind shot all of his magazine into the hill, and and artillery again hits the same location, but Diador gets out of there and is now heading towards the artillery to take them out.
Good idea, as the artillery are unprotected. The only guy left is in their base, and he knows it. So now it's DL Blonde and Armageddon 008 trying to shoot them at point blank range, but they'll both have to connect to Dryador, and even then I don't know if the damage will be enough. Direct fire against a T-69's front armor just might not be enough, even for these both.
DL Blonde again, he missed twice, DL Blonde, and then finally hits him.
In fact, I thought I saw him rolling forwards, but there he goes, shot into him, but it does not kill him. However, Drydor's going to try for the ram. Armageddon 008 isn't able to get away. Drydor is able to kill him. However, Dynamo can finish him off. This isn't so bad. Krot is trying to run away, so Dynamo has to be careful not to be killed. Look at that slide! What a slide! he moves and basically turns on a complete and utter slide.
And Diador, who used to be at full health, is now up to 5 kills. Really good job by Diador there, but he is down to 118 HP, and Krot being there with him, so he could have a very good chance at hitting and winning.
Well, Drydor's up for a top gun if he gets that. I think that would be the top gun of the first top gun of this offline tournament. I don't think we've seen one before. So if Drydor is able to kill Dynamo, that's what he will get. But he is within 1 shot ability of Dynamo, at worst 2, but I think it's a 1. So Dynamo has to be pretty alert, because there's Krot. Krot's facing the wrong direction though. 2 shots needed. Will he get the second shot off? Yes, he will. And that means that Drydor comes on the corner but misses, hits into the ground. Dynamo's still got quite a few shots left to be able to kill Drydor, so he has to be careful, because this could go either way. One mistake. Oh, negative. I wonder what that means. I wonder what that means.
Yeah.
He calls out negative, and I'm not entirely sure why. He's obviously talking to his teammates and didn't want to speak, instead decided to use the macro. But now it's super close. 3 minutes left on the clock. It would be a draw if these two decide not to clash. Drydor is going to run away, basically. I don't think he wants to fight this battle. It could be a draw.
It could, but the T-71 is much faster, and
if he decides to engage, look at him, he's running away.
He is running away, but again, okay, Dynamo is running away as well.
Yeah, both of them.
Both of them are running away from each other, and probably, well, I would say Dynamo is going for the cap, and then hiding behind some rocks, or just hiding behind some rocks. Could be, but have to see.
Oh wow, so he's going for the cap. He's actually much closer, and he will go for the cap, which means it's actually really smart, because Drydor now has 1 choice to come home.
Yep.
They will lose. There is enough time to do it, so he is going to then. That's actually really smart. Well done, Dynamo, not wasting any time trying to chase down Drydor, make him come to you. And Dynamo is actually going to use his light tank advantage to see if he can spot Drydor on the approach.
Drydor, you need to head. Okay, he turned. I think it looked like he was trying to go around the east, but that was way drunk, and 5 kills. I want to be drunk more often than in my games.
He is obviously high on battle. He's not driving straight, but Dynamo now needs to be careful, because he's not within 2 shot, really, is he? Not even on the T-69. Even on too high, I don't think he'll get it.
He needs to really do high.
So Dynamo needs 1, 3 from Drydor. That's nearly impossible, but he'll try his best. He has 40 seconds left on the clock if he decides to engage.
Yeah, Dynamo looks like he is already ready to hit exactly where Diador is going for. Did he move the wreck? I hope he did.
But if he fires once, resets the cap and just buggers off,
of course,
it'll be a draw.
Of course. But he's waiting for it.
He's waiting for it.
Yep, and Dynamo is waiting for it as well.
14 seconds. 12. 11. Drydor moves out. Drydor moves out. He looks to see if he can miss anything. He's got to take some random shots, but no, Dynamo fires, misses, and he does get him! Drydor goes down, Dynamo gets the connection on the second shot, and that means that Gratian, look at the smiles of the team, as they do take it away from New Star with an absolutely tense and close game there.
Did he spot him?
Yes, he did. They both were spotted.
Yeah, okay.
It wasn't after the first shot. It was a random blind shot, and then it was the kill.
Yeah, but
GRA, go, go, go! Well played. That was incredibly close, and Drydo almost carried his team, doing a ton of damage. You will see that when the stats come up. But basically, he did the same damage as his entire team put together on his own.
Yep.
Drydo. What a hero.
Yeah, what a hero. That was really a lot of tanks wasted by New Star. The AMX 1390s, the T50-2, the AMX 90 again.
Yeah, Amelie though was taken out without firing a single shot, so it did look really bad for GRA.
Yeah, but turn around. One shot, no hits.
Oh yeah. So guys, just to remind you, we have another 13 codes to give away with 1,000 gold, so get your tweet on. Get your tweet on.
Get your tweet on. You gotta tweet to at WG League and then space hashtag WG League again, and then your in-game nick, your region, then your message.
Your message just to us, quote, favourite moment, anything funny or cool about the Wargaming League, anything like that. But as you can see, Drydo with 2,000, nearly 200 damage, totally topping his team. Basically the only guy who did any serious damage. But then you got International 64 and Dynamo doing a fair share there for GRA, and it was good balance for their team. The Bison's doing a fair chunk as well, 600 each for 2 tier points, that's not so bad. Actually performing much better than the Sturmpanzer and the Bison from New Star, so the artillery did better as well.
Yeah, but yeah, the chat is saying that he wanted Top Gun and Defender in one match, but that's not true. If he had waited or went in to fire once, reset the cap, then buggered off, then the timer on the entire match wouldn't have matched, and he couldn't have won on the cap.
No, exactly.
So he wasn't greedy. He was pretty smart.
He was very smart. It was actually a really good move from him. It just didn't work out. I actually have another tweet for you guys. Stephen Jace tweets us saying that what a slide by Dynamo. Lucky the hill stopped him from going any further, because he just slid and he would have gone on forever.
Okay.
It was a hell of a mudslide. So congratulations for your 1,000 gold. Make sure you have us followed so that we can actually send you the message and you can receive it. Ghost of Vash says from North America, New Star versus GRA is the best match so far, so intense and fast paced, absolutely love it. So thank you, and I agree, totally agree. Totally change of pace from the meta game slugfest that was Rush versus Unity.
Yeah.
So Unity is such a contrast. You can see how intense World of Tanks can be. This is exactly, and this is actually what we've been getting this entire tournament. Last game was actually the exception, which turned into a real meta game slugfest instead of these battles that we've been getting between these two teams. Even the draw in the first map on Himmelsdorf wasn't really that slow.
No,
it was actually
at all.
quite fast for most of it, but both teams kind of lost their edge, didn't know how to deal with stuff, and so stopped. We also have another tweet coming in from Darth333 from EU saying that he has a new favourite moment, FC Dynamo's blind shot on Drydo. Just happened, absolute awesome skill. Good luck and have fun. Cool, so let's get started with match number 2, so game number 2, or map number 2.
Yes.
So New Star need to get this to keep themselves in a chance to knock out GRA without needing the third map.
Yes.
Introducing GRA in the blue, International 64, Calento Minx, Amelie, Dynamo, Dino Blon, Armageddon 008.
And for New Star we have Rest in Peace, Vosik, Koretz, Diador, Just Cause, Correct, and Ali Imperator.
So we have now the same lineups going against each other. Both teams obviously trust in their lineups. It just was ever so close.
Yeah.
So I don't believe that either one of them thought that it was their lineup that suffered. It was just one or two mistakes from the players that caused the loss.
So no need to change. Well, it was just a massive clash over on the west side that caused everything to crumble for both teams, and then had to fight their way back, claw their way back nearly.
Yeah, we have Calento Mix and International 64 taking the middle here for GRA. probably trying to find the enemy moving into position or even catch the artillery off guard if they haven't moved from the base fast enough. Calento right at the front here, trying to see anything that's going on. But on the far side, though, we see a big rush occurring, and the T-71 from Dynamo is going to try and get out of there as his teammates support him by doing as much as they can. International 64, Minx and Calento will be able to come and help him, but he does lose sight of them. I'm not sure if he ran a bit too fast.
Maybe he did, because they weren't just running around the corner trying to get him. They actually didn't really see him, but oh, there he is again. Got spotted, but there's no way that Vosik is going to get a shot on him. He's behind some hills, and well, he couldn't see Vosik, but he kept in the safe zone.
But in the reverse alley, Imperator is taken up by International 64 that moves straight into the cap circle in the north. So they're actually going to be able to put some cap pressure on if they want to, but I think he's going to look for Krot instead, who isn't there.
Yeah.
Oh, but Dynamo is taken out by Rest in Peace in the meantime on the other side of the map.
Interesting. That's a T-71 down.
But Just Cause is rushing back, and because they have that T50-2, they will be able to get the vision on International 64 and Minx.
Yes, and Calento is moving in as well. But International has taken some heavy damage and is down to 113 HP, and Minsk is running away.
From Vosik and his teammates who are trying to focus him down. Calento and Armelido will be able to try and back him up, but will they be able to do any damage or just run away? Oh no! Suicide there.
Oh, no.
First suicide of the tournament, with International 64 misjudging the hill and dying on the way out. This is not good for Gratier.
No, that was very unfortunate and a shame for the battle. See if they can still make the best of it. Amelie is running away, and Calento is staying to fight, which might have been a big mistake. Yep, he goes down.
And he goes down. It looks like that Gratiem are going to be losing this battle, but they are one up, although they are down on map, and I don't think they want to go to the third battle of the second map, because that would put them in a lot of danger. But Amelie is also in a lot of trouble, trying to run away in the middle, but no, Rest in Peace finds him and takes him down.
And that's it. Rest in peace.
Rest in peace, rest in peace, Amelie.
Amelie.
Rest in peace, Amelie. Rest in peace, Amelie.
Okay.
I don't know how that turned into a song, but it did. And Minx now having to try and make something happen, and even with two Bisons in support, it's going to be incredibly hard, but he's at max health still.
Yeah, and Rest in Peace going through the purple field of flowers. And so was Vosik. It's so pretty. All of a sudden, purple flowers. But Minsk, who ran away from the cap zone earlier, spotted in the middle.
And is he spotted? Yes, he is. He's taking a huge amount of damage from artillery, and he's tracked. Use repair kit to move out of there. Minsk takes yes, another shot. Drydo might get another, but Koretz doesn't decide to engage. So that was not a good engagement. He needed every bit of luck he could, but incoming around the side is Vosik, who's got to find Daniel Blon and Minx, and they're going to go down with ease. Vosik decides to take out the Bison first, and Minx will go next.
Yep, and Vosik just bounced the shot from Minsk
and
sets him on fire.
But auto fire repair kit that he had on him, the extinguishers did remove the fire, but it wasn't enough to save him. He was shot again with Krot. By Krot. But Armageddon 008 is the last guy left, which does mean it's ended, meaning Gratiem are down for the first time to the wire. If they lose this next battle, they are out. Down to the losers bracket. Not out. Down to the losers bracket.
Yes, and we'll find the opponent for that game tomorrow at 11 instead of later on today.
Ooh, New Star must be feeling really nice now. A team that is new team, beating all the old hands. Gratien, Rar, and Rush all struggling, where this new team, New Star, are turning up, are ready to try and get to the finals. Yeah. They might even get to the finals from the winners bracket if they can beat Gratiem here.
Yeah, they must be really excited about this win now.
Oh, wow, New Star are doing a ton. Absolutely fantastic way they're here. Right, so we still have loads more to give away, and this stream might be coming to a close. We might actually be getting the final battle next if New Star can pull it off. So you guys better get your skates on and get some more tweets into us, because we've got gold we want to give away. And if we don't give it all away, we just roll it on to tomorrow. Yeah. You'll have to watch tomorrow instead, I'm afraid. That's the way it works, I'm afraid. But here comes the stats, and we see Voss, rest in peace, doing quite a bit of damage, but it's just the lack of damage there on GRA, and it was the engagement in the base, basically. They did nothing. They ran up there, ran in circles, and died.
Yeah, they tried the cap tactic without really knowing if their opponent were further down south, which really hurt, though, because they were really fast at getting back, and the T50-2 spotted them several times, and then the teammates just started pummeling them.
Indeed. Wow. Okay, so these battles will be much more intense. Yes. Absolutely what we expected from the winners bracket.
Yes.
Every battle in the winners bracket has been like this. Every moment tense. Every moment wants to make you scream and stand up and shout, as the crowd has been doing all day. Regardless that it's 9:30 at night, after the 3.5 hour previous game, everyone is still alive and electric out there and making the noise. So that's really cool.
It's really, really great. Yep.
It's a really good feeling to be here, and I'm glad that the people who have turned here have come up. And if you guys couldn't make it, that's a shame, but DreamHack might be closer for you if you live in Central Europe, in Sweden, so go check that out next week. If you can get a plane ticket to get there, I would go. It definitely feels much better being here than it does watching online, but if you can't make it, watching online is great. So glad that you decided to tune in today. We are still here tomorrow for the last 2 games of the losers brackets and the final game.
Yeah, the finals.
The final games.
Yeah.
We have all the votes in here, so if New Star win, I do have the list of the possible candidates who could win for the Type 59. And the other 5 golden tanks that we are going to give out to the regions. 1 for each region, plus 1 random one, and then the Type 59.
Yeah, so we have 6 tanks.
Yeah,
on the line.
Quite a lot of entries here. And a lot for GRA, a lot for New Star. It's absolutely crazy there. And I'm going to just check to make sure that's all of them. Is that just the tweets? Is that the votes for Facebook and tweets? Question mark. Making sure that we haven't missed anyone out, that if you've been on Facebook or if you've been on Twitter, we will catch you and give you a chance, because the Type 59 is a tank that everyone wants, but we also have KV5s to give away, and all the other tier 8 tanks.
Yeah.
All the tier 8 gold tanks are available for grab, and well, it's basically a random one that will appear in your inbox if you do. If you are on the North American, English, or South Korean, it might take a little bit of time to get to you, depending on how well we can communicate with the Wargaming staff there to be able to say, hey, can you send this key through to this person, and so on and so forth. We could try and send on forums and stuff like that for your official Wargaming forum, but sometimes people haven't played enough battles or posted enough in the forums to actually receive messages.
Yeah.
So that can actually happen.
So yeah, next game coming up on Abbey, and that'll be the 3rd match on the map, and it'll be the decider of if we're going to continue on with the next map, or if this will be the end.
Yeah, is this the end for GRA and New Star going all the way through to the finals? We're about to find out with match number 3 on map number 2, 1-1 on this map. But New Star are 1 map ahead, so this is the elimination match for GRA. They'll be going down to the losers bracket with a chance to come back up to face New Star again in the finals if they do lose. But I don't think they want that to happen. I think they would want to take this game and go to the 3rd map. However, they've decided to change their lineup and take an extra T69 instead of 2 71s and remove the Bison in favour of a T1. I think that's a pretty smart move.
Yeah, it is. The T71s weren't really paying off or doing enough damage.
And neither were the Bisons. So it's actually a really good move, and I think that it could pay off for them. But obviously, we'll see how they use it. So International 64 in his AMX 1390 is going to head off with the rest of the team in tail over into the west. Are we going to see a west versus west fight like we did last time? Oh my, I love these west versus west fights because they just clash and explosions and then game GG. Basically you have no option.
It's just amazing. It's really great to see how people react to, oh my god, they're both here.
Yep.
We're both here.
New Star just drove through last time. They just drove through, just bam, bam,
bam,
bam.
Oh, that's a rock? Nope.
Didn't take any cover, but it looks like that GRA have actually slowed down.
Yeah, International spotted them all.
And instead of driving through to the engagement spot as we see up ahead, they decided instead to sit back a little bit. Might be to their detriment because there is 2 artillery against them.
Yeah, and well, New Star decided not to stop whatsoever, and they've moved up and taken the west, pushing all the way up so they can also shoot the middle if anything is in there.
International 64 got hit by a few things, the artillery, and it looked like something else, but I just can't see where the other thing would have come from.
Maybe Rest in Peace coming rolling around the corner, but it's tough to tell.
Indeed it is, but Kalento at the front there trying to wait it out and see. Remember guys, GRA could be going to the losers bracket. If they lose this match they definitely don't want to do that, but at the moment they are losing from damage. It's International 64 has taken the most damage so far.
Yep, and right now they can see Kretz, but he can't see them, which is a little bit peculiar because he's the light tank and the one spotting him was a medium T69. Pretty funny.
Okay, so remember guys, we will be giving out more gold tanks tomorrow and a lot more gold, including yet another Type 59. The voting has closed for today, so you guys can't actually join in if you were late to the party, but you can stick around and see who wins it shortly after the match finishes. But Dynamo is moved all the way around the back and is able to find Krot. Might even be able to take Ali personally. So yes, he is. Both the artillery are down. That's very good for GRA as they are able to take down both the artillery support and go to the cap circle with Armageddon, which means the rest of the team has to turn around, and New Star in a lot of trouble as they will not be able to just fight Kalento, Armalee and Minx over here. They will have to send at least one person back, but no, they decide not to do that, and Drador is actually instead flanking here and is going to take out Armalee. Armalee at one-on-one though with Drador will not work in favour of Armalee. He's actually going to lose this battle next shot unless he can get behind there, unless Drador runs out of ammo. I think he has run out of ammo, but Kalento is going to come around and see if he can deal with Drador. The answer is maybe, and Corvettes of Moscow's down. Great shooting from Minx, able to deal with them in peace. Rest in peace and Just Cause chasing Dynamo is actually going to make the big difference here as Minx now runs in front of Drador. Actually has a bit of damage left to give, but Drador has his eyes set on Armalee and is able to take him down before Minx is able to shoot him down. Actually no, Kalento does the finishing damage there, leaving just Rest in Peace and Just Cause left, and the HP on Minx in International 64 means that it thinks that it might go for GRA, and we will go to the third map.
Yeah, that tactic of going into the base really paid off as Rest in Peace was sorely missed in that engagement back there, and it's well spelled victory for GRA.
Yep, GRA won the engagement, which means it's going to go to the third map. Very, very likely the artillery going down from the was it FC Dynamo?
Yes, FC Dynamo.
Getting around the back and killing Krot and Ali Imperator definitely helped because Rest in Peace went back as well as Just Cause, leaving them a gun down for the main fight.
Yeah, now all we can wait for is Rest in Peace to find his killers, because if they don't go together, then this will, well, it'll be very weird because the game is practically won. They all they have to do is find Rest in Peace or Cap, and that'll be it. But I think Rest in Peace is actually trying to find the artillery, but he will find nothing up north since Daniel Blond actually has moved all the way down south with his team.
We got another tweet from Nuclear Banana saying, "This is way more exciting than the NHL playoffs." Ooh. Hell yeah.
That's a bold statement, but it's true though. See, Rest in Peace there. Oh, and Yeah, just cause was left in the base as a defense or tripwire, so he would know exactly where they were. But they're capping at the same time, so there's no point in him really being back there.
Don't think there's much they can do here with Minx and International 64 being so high HP. They would have to literally go AFK right now for them to lose.
Yeah. Oh, a little jump there.
I don't know why Minx left the cap circle though.
Well, they don't really need more people.
Well, Rest in Peace does have a lot of damage output. I mean, 6 shots could kill Kalento and International 64 with good rolls. So we're going to see that happen very shortly here. As he can see them, and he's going to go for International 64, but he... Wait, no.
He tracked him.
He tracked him, did no damage, but did track him. Reset the cap, and he resets the cap as well for Kalento. Kalento could go down, yes he does. Great shooting from Rest in Peace, and this is why you don't see the cap circle when there's an AMX 1390 hanging around.
Actually, it's getting pretty exciting now.
Oh, and Minx taking a ton of damage too. And Just Cause though does go down from International 64, and Rest in Peace is spotted at last. It looked pretty close there for a bit, but there's now another 40 seconds before he can actually come and engage Minx, and International 64 can come back to the cap circle to help his teammate.
Yeah, and he's just waiting, driving around in circles. He knows he can't do anything until those shells are reloaded, but he's going in for the spot, and oh, he spots. Let's see if he fires. He hasn't been spotted. Is he just reloading while spotting? I think he is. Letting them know that... Oh, he misses his first shot. Oh, he's spotted. Yep, he is spotted.
And Rest in Peace has only a slim window of opportunity here to save the day, and he might be able to do it. I mean, he has been able to hit long range before, but it doesn't look like it's going to happen.
Missed.
International 64 and Minx save the day, and it's going to go to the third map as GRA take Abbey.
He missed 4 shells in the last few seconds there.
That is it.
That's very unfortunate. He could have gone and practically saved this game. He could have been the hero. He did a ton of damage in the end there.
Indeed, indeed. Now, we're going to have a look at the stats in a second to see what exactly happened there. It seemed like it could have gone either way, but during the fight, because of Krotz going down with his teammate Ali Imperator, what a great flanking maneuver from Dynamo there to be able to do that. So, we're going to go between the maps. We'll have a look at the stats first, and then we will see if we can make a few gold richer.
Yep.
Someone hit battle though.
Я не выйду в ангар, я уже ушел. Все, меня здесь нет.
Who hit battle? Someone's messing around.
Someone's messing about. Yep. You're up.
We have a tweet from our first Korean region person. And I can't read his name because it's in Korean. But it sounds like KJM1432. Dryador missed his Top Gun and got blind shotted. Was so close. And because he's the first Korean tweet, we'll give him a gold tank. We actually had several gold tanks special for the Korean region that we didn't give out from the voting because they couldn't get Facebook to work, so we'll give it out on Twitter. So congratulations, and we'll send you through your gold tank as soon as we can. Fantastic. Anyway, we're now between maps, and so you guys need to get busy and loud as we have plenty of gold still to give out, and the voting for the gold tanks. I've still got to, we've got 6 to give away. I'm having a look through now, and it's so close. Obviously, we don't know who's going to win, but we have all the votes collected. Lots of Steves, and Paolo Croa has voted 4 times. Unless that's a common name, I don't think so, but he voted for a Gratiam each time, so give him his due. He didn't change his vote. It is the same guy. He's like, Gratiam, 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 see my post, Gratiam. Well, we've seen it, you are in the running if Gratiam win it, but Gratiam does need to secure that victory. So we have got your votes all collected, we're just waiting for the results.
Yes.
And yeah, so how are you guys doing? How have you enjoyed this last 2 maps? Lived up to your expectations? I hope so.
I hope so
too. Much better than this.
Did they wake you up like they did us?
Oh yes.
I hope they did.
Let's see who's left. Are we now seeing a shift in the globe towards the United States? At this hour of the day, I do expect most of our audience to actually start shifting over to North America. So do we have a North American audience, or are we not? Are you ready for more? We have one more map. We do indeed have one more map. And
Yes, we do.
you guys... Are you guys ready for it? Are you guys ready for it?
Are you ready for
Are
it?
you ready for action? More tanks action as we see you guys all sitting here. Yes, North America and wow, an Australian at 4:50 a.m. still watching.
Oh
Have you been
my
here from the
God.
start? Sir Heck, I think I've seen Sir Heck before. Sounds a familiar name. So
Yep.
you guys are absolutely legendary. It's really good battles here, and this next map is going to be the best yet, with both these teams fighting for their finals. They will be either first or second. So regardless what happens tomorrow, they will be first or second. 400 points, 200 points towards the grand final prize, and a good shot at the $50,000 prize.
Yes.
I don't think either of these teams wants to give this up, because if they fail here, there's a chance they won't even get to the finals.
Yep.
Woo! So how are you guys doing? We have some Canadians, we have Californians, yeah, we have quite a lot of North Americans, I thought so. Even some people from Denmark.
Yes.
Still, and United Kingdom. I guess it's quite early there. It's, what, 2 hours? No, 2 hours? Yeah,
Wow.
it is. It's actually quite early in the United Kingdom. It's 7:48 at the night.
Yeah.
I think so.
Yep.
Central European a bit later. We have America! Conflicts.
Sweden.
The Republic of
Yes.
Sasuka? I've not heard of that. I'm afraid. Sweden and Texas.
Yep.
Oh,
Serbia.
yeah.
Colombia. Slovakia.
Oh, wait. We have a question and answer here. I think it's a joke from Top Cat. How would World War II end if we put water tanks players in real tanks? Answer: it wouldn't end at all. Everyone would be still camping back at base. Oh, that's late. That's the lay.
if I had to put myself in a tank, then I would be camping all day long.
I think so. In real life, you don't want to be.
No, that's what you did in
risking
real
your
life.
life. You really would only attack if you absolutely had to, and well, you always imagine you're not the one who's going to be hit.
Yes, imagine it.
You have to.
and wish.
There's no way you can get yourself on that battlefield unless you think there's someone else. Someone will die, but it won't be me. That's the only way you can get yourself on that battlefield. So I totally agree there. People would be just camping. So we see Sri Lanka. Is that you? I won't tell your boss, Sir Heck. Don't worry. He won't know. Just turn up tomorrow with a Red Bull and everything's fine. Right? Shh. It's our little secret. Yes. So Japan, Zero Professor. Hello from Japan. We recently opened up a office in Japan, so you guys are going to get more localized support from Wargaming there, so that's going to be really nice for you guys. Greenland, Finland, Korea from 193 Fever. I think that's what he means by KR. Well, I hope you entered into the tournament because we haven't got very many Korean server players here on the stream. It means you have a very high chance of winning a gold tank. So I hope you did vote for that.
Yes.
The Netherlands, not Holland. Yes, Holland is just a place in the Netherlands or a region in the Netherlands.
He's been watching this from 11:30 from Holland, Darth.
Wow.
It's just amazing.
And there's KJM. I think that's the same guy we just read out from Twitter. Make sure you check your Twitter account, and if you're not following us and you've entered the competition on Twitter, I don't know if we can actually send you your prize. We are recording everybody who has one, so if we can't get your prize, we will endeavour to get them to you on the forum if you left your username. If you didn't, then we have to just send it through you on Twitter. If we can't do that, then you might miss out. You might actually have your code given away to someone else. So
yes, that would be a shame.
That would be a shame. Ben from Bristol in the United Kingdom. Hello there. Malaysia. Solentia?
What?
Lithuania. We have people from Romania. We have people from absolutely everywhere. Viva la France. Egypt. Wow, Egypt. Really? That's the first Egypt I think we've seen on the stream so far.
Yep.
Great to have you here. Welcome and hello, Egypt.
Hello.
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 Singapore too. Grifts. TZ at the end there. Grifts. We have Romania with SX Soft.
Massachusetts with Game Watcher 08 living up to his name.
Yes, WGC UK from Zinghach. I'm not sure how you pronounce that one. I'm terrible pronouncing these names.
Yeah.
But
yeah, it looks like there's a much longer delay on the games than first thought, actually.
Yeah. Well, they are between maps. So the next one will be mines.
Yes.
And so all the players are having a break now between the maps. It's very common. So I don't know. Keep tweeting us in. We are waiting on more tweets to give you. Whoops, I forgot to say that. Yeah, KJM, check your Twitter because we're giving you a gold tank. Remember that. First tweet that we've seen from a Korean audience member. So I still want to see your tweets, and we're going to be handing out more. Singapore guys, Gratiem all the way. They have the experience to carry them through. That's absolutely right. They have a great chance of doing it. We will be sending you a gold there for that comment because I believe it's very true that Gratiem do have the experience that could carry the way. And Mines is a very old map, so we'll see if the new blood can knock out the old.
Yeah.
But the sun is about to start coming here. He's been up all night. Luke Horton. Care factor is about 0. This tank action is too good. So congratulations, you get 1,000 gold too.
Care factor.
Care factor 0. I think that's the polite way of saying it. But I think the stage is starting to come back together.
Because we picked it apart.
I'm not sure it's been said. Interpreter is not here, so
Southern Star, who won earlier, has already used his 1,000 gold on 3 XP and
well, hey, definitely worth
camo.
It.
Yep.
So yeah, we're going to be starting the next map very soon, but I don't see anyone readying up, so we'll keep going talking to you guys. And
Jagiellonian is a penguin.
Wow, okay. We have
everyone watching.
Ladzik, he says, yep, I've waked up after the plenty of draws from last Rush versus Unity, so go Gratiem. So congratulations, you've got 1,000 gold as well. That's definitely an appropriate comment. There was a lot of draws. It was an intelligent match, granted, but I got to say I do favour the more aggressive action-packed match myself. So that's true.
Yeah, even Eclipse, who's in the RD, complained about the team not picking a more open maps selection in the end. But hey, you gotta use what you get served.
Indeed. Now we've got Little Cat on the line. Very cute picture too, saying cheers from the EU. I believe that's his name in game. Some great battles. Cannot wait to see the map that is the decisive map. Is all to play for here in map number 3. And you are certainly true. Enjoy your 1,000 gold. Goldie, Ukraine, go. So we have a Ukrainian who decides that he wants to enter in, but I don't think that's valid because Ukrainians play on the RU server, so I'm afraid I can't give you any gold there. Kevin from the NA, he loves the Abbey map. Both teams played super well, and the matches were so close until the end. So Kevin, Pooch, you get your gold as well. So I'll just check how many gold codes we got left.
Luke the Daywalker writes that his supper is burnt because last battle was riveting.
Ah, see what he did there?
See what he did there.
Very nice, very nice. But I hope this tastes well enough. You're going to have to sit it on your lap and add some more ketchup. So yeah, you guys are looking forward to this next one. Remember that you need to send in the tweet to WG League for us to receive it, to be able to give out some gold. We have the Type 59 ready to give out, but we have to see the result first to see who can get it. It has to be someone who voted for the correct team, and I don't have a clue who's going to win. Is it going to be Gratiem? Is it going to be New Star? Everyone in the audience is split. We have lots of New Star supporters, lots of Gratiem supporters, and rightfully so. Both teams are incredibly good, and I don't think there's anything else we can say about that. They're both good, both either, both deserve to be here in the finals and do so well. So we have 4 more gold codes. We've been giving them out at such a rate. We have only 4 left. So we'll save them for the next map. So keep tweeting during this next map, and we will see who is the victor here. And what sort of lineups are we going to see? Are we going to see a return of the GW Panther, or the double Bison, or the Sturmpanzer Bison, or no artillery at all? Just go for rush tactics. Are we going to see any heavy tanks? We haven't seen any heavy tanks on mines anymore. We used to see some T-32s before the T-69 turned up, but now that's kind of taken its role. No Pershings, nothing like that, because again the T-69's kind of taken the role there.
It's a shame. I actually miss a lot of those tanks, but the autoloaders really does make up for some great gameplay by being able to rush in there, unload a bunch, and then run away. And even in packs, you can devastate a whole group of players with autoloaders.
Yeah, sorry, I just read the chat. I had to glance at the chat, and the last comment was, due to recent events, Rush and Unity have renamed themselves to Draw and Stalemate. Oh, God. You guys, be good, be good. That's still some of the best teams in the world, so I wouldn't keep I wouldn't keep on at them. Wow, so Darth 323 thinks that GRA will actually go through, and we will see Rush return into the finals. So it'll be a GRA versus Rush rematch in the finals. That's his prediction. Well, we'll find out if that's possible after this map.
Yes, we will.
The score now, for anyone who's wondering, is 1-all. One map apiece. We have one map to play for. It's about to start, so we don't know who's going to win. First to two wins on this map. First to two wins. All to play for, and I think the first game is about to start.
Yeah.
Do we have the splash screen for the teams this time? Answer is nope, it's all broken. So instead, we go into game and introduce the teams. We have in blue still is GRA with International 64, Minsk, Armely, Dynamo, Dienio Blon, Armageddon 008, and Miss You Rock. Is that a...
Yes.
Miss You Rock was not in the last battle?
No, she wasn't, so...
That is a sub!
Yeah.
Okay. But they are running the GW Panther, Bison, and T2 Light lineup.
Yeah, and new star is Koretz, Diador, Volsik, Just Cause, Rest in Peace, Ali Imperator, and Krot. And they're running the double Bison and the double T71 and the double 69s. T69s.
Who was subbed out? I feel really bad for not knowing instantly who was subbed out. Gold for anyone who can tell me who was subbed out.
Yep, go for anyone helping us out.
Who was subbed out here for GRA? But in the middle there, Mr. Rock is able to... Whoa! Rest in peace, getting a hit to the side. Great shoot from Daniel Blanc.
Super hit right there on Rest in Peace. Even though it didn't hit, the splash damage did insane amounts of damage. 604. Oh my gosh. Great hit.
Minks on the other side looking out. Correct is spotted on the far side. And that is by International 64.
Yep, and we're seeing no proximity scouting on the hill right there. Nope.
Falcon, apparently. Falcon 32. Is he in the team? I don't remember. I really don't remember. We'll have to check. Okay, so Dynamo, Armageddon, and International 64 are covering this side as best they can, but the Bison is in the open. If anything manages to get through and spot him, he could take a ton of damage. Well, a ton of damage. He doesn't exactly have much HP, and he would go down.
A ton. But
Rest in Peace, though, is really low.
Yeah, Minsk is spotted by Rest in Peace doing this proximity scouting, and one of the Bisons hits immediately after Minsk is spotted. And Minsk takes a shot from the other Bison, which has been reloading in the meantime. And Minsk is now down to 846 HP and is hiding behind the house.
Yes, Minsk is... just missing the bigger shot there from Ali Imperator or Krot. And, well, he was lucky not to be hit the second time. The opponent, though, are just guessing right now. They have not seen him for a little bit.
Yeah.
Kalento, that was it. It was Kalento. Kalento is out. There is no Kalento on the team. That is definitely it. Falcon was not there. I didn't think it was Falcon. Yeah, definitely Kalento. He's not in the team anymore. I wonder what happened. Maybe he's too tired.
Or maybe, well, maybe it's just Miss You Rock. The player has been playing for this map the other times.
True. Maybe it's just the strength of the map. The player that suits the map. And yep, I definitely think that it was Kalento. And
yeah, Kalento, definitely.
Yeah, and so that would be Enxzig101 in the chat. We'll send it via Twitch that you will get that. But yeah, it definitely was Kalento.
Yeah.
Cool. Anyway, so back to the game. We have a bit of a standoff here on Mind. A little bit of early action, but now things are calming down.
Yes, as expected. Well, the forward scouting attack tanks has been damaged a ton. Like, well, Rest in Peace got a shot of the DW Panther, and then Minx got spotted and got to a few shells of Bisons hitting very close and straight on him. So both of them are very careful from now on.
Yeah, no, I think it's a case of the HP has been lost from the start, the initial sort of probes. No one wants to go out and die, so instead they're just scouting, they're probing, and it's going to turn into a bit more of a slow-paced game.
Yes. Let's hope for not as a slow-paced game as we last saw, but with these very offensive teams, we should be very lucky and not see such a slow-paced game. It's just because the first amount of HP just went out the window without really...
That's right, there's still 6 minutes left. This is still early days yet. Both teams are still moving around, trying to find an opening in the opponent's team, but they just don't want to waste any HP. Minx is looking around the outside, trying to proximity scout anyone who's in the middle, because remember, they did lose the hill. Rest in Peace is there, and I see the chat going absolutely... mad for GRA and New Star. I don't know actually who the crowd favourite is. It seems about 50-50. No one knows who they want to win.
Oh, and Daniel Blanc has been spotted.
Oh no, this is not good for them. He takes loads of damage down to 80 HP, and he does go down. The T-71 from Just Cause does spot him and take him out. That's absolutely huge. New Star have a hell of an advantage now, and I think it's going to be really hard for GRA to crawl back from this.
That was the DW Panther. We couldn't really see it over here because it was only the name being shown, but the DW Panther going down, that's huge.
And now I expect to see New Star to be a bit more aggressive now that they've got the artillery advantage, and Dino Blanc in his DW Panther goes down.
Yeah, we're seeing Correttes moving forward a little bit because now it's much more safe to go a little bit more forward than before, because that huge damage in the air is gone.
Ooh, Minx dodges another shot as the Bisons come in, trying to guess where he is, but Minx, nerves of steel, think they don't know where I am, they don't know where I am, they're just guessing, so I'm not going to move.
And they are. He's not right. He's not wrong.
Indeed, he's not.
Yep. Oh. And a Bison shot hit straight where Correttes was sitting before, but it just didn't seem like anything was spotted earlier, but good thing he moved.
Indeed, indeed. International 64 is the guy in the lead here. Minx, nerves of steel at the back there, moving only when he needs to, but we are seeing movement here from the other team.
Yeah, the 269s are actually moving towards the hill right now, and we're going to go straight into there to see what kind of actions they're going to take. Diadol goes to the bush, and it looks like Bosik is going to the same rock. Nope,
they're just preparing now, guys. It's taken them a few minutes, but they've got into a position where it looks like they're going to make a push through the middle. So looking for Mystery Rock on. They have absolutely no idea what's going to happen. But there we go. Dryadon Caress are spotted going up the hill. So now GRA are aware of the movements, and GRA fall back to a defensive formation around their base. So it's all up to New Star now to break this camp using that double Bison.
Nope, and there we go. Correct get hit by a Bison.
And Vox is Armageddon 008 being able to hit into the zone, into the middle, onto the hill.
Oh,
quite well.
He misses Vox.
Vossig does manage to dodge the shot, but Armageddon 008 doing his worth. International 64 in the meantime, though, getting absolutely pummeled, down to 42 HP. So New Star are making great progress here, chipping away at GRA, and eventually it will crack if they keep chipping correctly.
Indeed it will. And now we see Rest in Peace, who lost a lot of HP going up there, going down finally with the substitutions of Diadol, Corretz and Vosik. So there's no reason for him to stay up there longer than necessary. They do have a 6-point advantage right now, but they do need to take out either the Bison or the T2, which I'm pretty sure they won't find.
New Star still moving forward, though. They need to hurry up, though. They're running out of time with 2 minutes 30 left on the clock. They have been active all game, But, is Kretz hiding behind Dryador?
I think it was, yeah. Plenty of HP to go around, though.
And here we go, Dryador moves across there. No shots actually landing on him, which I was very surprised as they went across the open. I think they were surprised too. But Vos, Dryador, and that coming in. But Armageddon 008 is taken out. That's all artillery support down and out. So we're now seeing the last bit of the fight coming out here from GRA as they are getting pushed back by New Star. Chipping away. They're continuing into their attack. They just need to find International 64 to really have secured their lead.
Yep, and they are in the lead now, and no artillery, so they don't really need to be pushing this.
Miss You Rock sneaks around the back, kills one of the Bisons. Great play there from Miss You Rock. Great substitution.
Yeah, and Rest in Peace is running as fast as he can after that little bugger, but where is he? Or there, right there. Oh, he misses. And there's cover in the way, so he misses again.
Nice and small again. The T2 light is so small, you just can't hit it if it's behind a wall. Destructible terrain.
He has to reload now.
Yeah, Rest in Peace has to reload. That's the captain there. Not being able to hit the T2 light.
And he's running away because the T2 light can hurt the T71 because of the light armor on the T71.
But at the moment we are seeing a draw. No, it will be a draw if it keeps
no, it won't.
No, it will not be. With the two of Miss You Rock going down, 50 seconds left on the clock. There has to be a move, but Just Cause moving in. Just Cause is moving in, and if he dies on the approach here, this will work out. But why? If New Star actually move in and actually go for the win here, New Star are not trying to go for the 8-point lead win. They're trying to win decisively. They don't care that the clock is on 30 seconds. They're not going for the 8-point win. New Star are going for an absolute victory here, and they will try and take out Dynamo and International 64. International 64 has to be very careful. 42 HP, 20 seconds left.
Amelie.
Amelie
is going forward.
Amelie is flanking Just Cause. Just Cause will go down, and this has to go down. New Star, 10 seconds left. Correct move around the corner. Amelie and Minx now in a bit of trouble, but only 7 seconds left. Dryador and Vorsic needs to kill Minx. Minx needs to go down. 3, 2, 1. They do it. They just managed to have a 9-point advantage after the last second. New Star in the lead all the time. They would have won the battle if it continued. So well-deserved draw win. Very good play.
Very, very good play. Nice. They moved at the exact time when they needed, and you can see that the damage isn't it's spread out all over the place, but it's perfectly spread.
This is the winners brackets finals, not semi-finals. It's the actual finals of the winners bracket.
Yep.
It's not the finals of the event. It's just the winners brackets finals. So this is really important for both teams, because if New Star win the next game, they are definitely in the finals and will be getting either 400 or 200 points towards that 2.5 million offline event.
Yeah, New Star showing why they are a star on this stage.
Oh wow, yes they are.
Oh my god, great play. You see, if you just take the initiative on this map, you saw them. They were in perfect camping position.
I hope Russia watching, learning from this, because they had many opportunities like that, and New Star didn't squander it, and they went forward. I'm really impressed. I'm really liking New Star's style.
Yeah.
Didn't want to go for the 8-point safe win. No, they want to go for an absolute victory. Almost messed it up, but if they had just another 30 seconds, they would have won the fight. Very good play. Very good.
Yes. That was insane.
Yeah, if you don't understand, because in normal World of Tanks, if it's a draw, it's a draw, of course. But in this case, there's like a winning draw, and the winning draw is if there's more than 8 points in tier difference between the last remaining tanks alive. So that's how they did it. Looking at the scores here, though, you see that Dryador and Just Cause and Vorsic did very well. But there was no clear advantage. As you see there, the advantage comes from Krot in his Bison and Koretz, and just more average. The disadvantage comes from International 64 taking so much damage early on and went out the fight. He didn't join in, he was too scared to die, couldn't put any damage out, and that basically cost GRA the match. Losing International 64, he basically died early on. He didn't do anything. So losing International 64 so early is basically the loss.
Yeah, and we see that taking a ton of damage from the beginning doesn't mean the end of you playing the game, because we saw that who was to take a he took a ton of damage in the beginning, and the rest in peace. Yeah, he took a ton of damage in the beginning from the GW Panther, but he didn't stop playing. He kept on scouting, and he actually he helped out in the end.
Right, let's see if we've got any more Twitters for you guys. I'm going to look out. We have 3 more gold prizes to give away, and considering this is nearing the end, I think I want to give them to anyone who's enjoying this. And we have wow, these teams are incredible. This isn't a camper map after all, and that's from the Green Clouds.
Yes, you are correct.
And that's a gold for you. Enjoy your 1,000 gold. Make sure if you're on Twitter entering the competition, you have us on follow, as we can send you a message. Oh wow. I'm not sure. I'm not sure. That's a very long one there, but you didn't follow the rules, so I can't read that one out here. We have nuclear banana. Wait, we've already done nuclear banana. I'm going to read this out, but you can't win the gold just because you've done such a good tweet. Wow, they gambled with the GW Panther, and it did not pay off. This changes the liberties for RT Coven. So yes, indeed it did. The GW Panther down really shaped the battle in benefit of New Star.
Yes, it did.
Yes, this is a good one from Zhang. Zhang says, "Nerves of steel just don't move. They don't know where you are." Very true, very true. So those are the 2 more golds out. We'll save 1 more for the possible last battle. It could still be another one, so we will save that. But this is nearing the end of the winners brackets, and what an end it's been. New Star have proven themselves to be amazing and standing up to GRA.
Yeah, and we can see the difference from the winners bracket. It is fast-paced, it is aggressive, it's not as defensive as the losers bracket, where people are afraid of going out.
Indeed. So let's introduce the team. In the blue, we have GRA fighting for their place there in the finals, because if they lose this match, they are out of here, down to the losers brackets to fight again another day, tomorrow that is. It's Astro64, Minsk, Armely, Dynamo, Diao Blonde, Armageddon 008, and Miss You Rock playing the same strategy.
Yep, and from New Star we have Correct, Diador, Vosik, Just Cause, Rest in Peace, Ali Imperator, and Krot in his Bison.
And they're doing, again, the same strategy. So both teams trusting in what they had practiced and the strategies they're taking into this map to decide who is going to be the winner of the winners bracket going into the finals with a 1 map advantage over whoever comes up from the losers bracket. If GRA win this map, we will go to the win this match, we will go to a 3rd battle to see if they can take the set and go through to the finals. But New Star have got them on the ropes and will be looking to secure the deal here and now.
Yes, and we see Just Cause being a little bit more cautious on the north side of the map, because the south side does have the advantage of going down a slope from the spawn point and getting that advantage in speed. So he knew that he didn't have a chance of. Oh, Rest in Peace takes out Miss You Rock in his
very good
T2
move for Rest in Peace. I didn't think that Miss You Rock was spotted, but clearly she was, and we'll move over to Dynamo.
Yep. But yeah, as I was saying, an advantage from the south with the extra slope. So he decided not to go up there, since he wouldn't be the first one up there, and we don't even have someone up there. So it was a precaution that wasn't needed.
Indeed, looking at the overall strategy here from GRA, they have already lost Miss You Rock, so they're now on the back foot and already taking up defensive formations. So it's up to New Star. New Star gathering for an attack. Just Cause, Vosik and Dridor having a meeting over here on the other side, discussing tactics. Yeah, real life. Who needs voice comms? You need to shout. Let's get within shouting distance.
So guys, what are you doing?
Nice tank! I like camo!
Stop moving! Just Cause!
But there you go, New Star in a comfortable position. In fact, all grouped up together, all 4 of them. I think they might be pushing through the middle. It looks like a good
any minute now, yeah. It could be, but they have defenses over there in International 64. They just haven't been spotted yet, so it's pretty uncertain where to go right now.
And by the way, we have no idea if Misty Rock is a girl or not, but it's probably not actually MS for Miss.
No,
we're just saying it because in English, Miss is obviously,
yes,
you know,
Miss.
Ms, should we say? Ms.
Yeah, instead of tripping over his name, her name.
Its name.
Yeah, its name.
It's a machine embedded in the T2.
Yes.
Like a dreadnought from Warhammer.
Oh, yes.
Okay, rest in peace, come around the corner, does get shot by Amelie, does the second shot, maybe a third, he was tracked, yes, and the fourth needed to scale him, and rest in peace goes down. That's 7 points gone from New Star. That definitely pays for the T2.
It definitely does, but what was Rest in Peace doing up there? I have no idea actually. He was all alone, no one pushed, and going that way to spot, also a little bit weird. But yeah.
Oh yes.
Down 1T71.
That is going to be critical for New Star. I guess that was the testing the waters. But wait a minute. What are we seeing here from New Star? All pushing across the outside, literally everybody.
Yep, and
Mix is not prepared for this, but Caress has taken a little bit of damage. I'm not sure if that was from hitting the rock too hard or being hit from a teammate, but Mix is trying to ram him out of the way. But Mix now in the open on fire using the auto fire repair kit. Doesn't burn, but is going to go down now to Just Cause. Yes, he will.
Yes.
Caught on his own without his teammates able to support him fully. I'm not sure I agree with his movements. He could have hid behind that rock there to prevent him from going down, but the Bisons probably would have finished him off.
Yeah, so you take 1T71 from us, we're going to take an AMX 1390 from you. Oh, great play, great push. Unexpected push is what makes or breaks this game.
Well, Amelie is now trying to make something, and Amelie, a fantastic T69 driver, we can see him pull this out of the gunner for GRA for sure. If anyone can do it, definitely Amelie could. Taking out Krot in 3, 2, 1. No, the shot goes above. Krot might be able to shoot Amelie back, but no, he does get it on the third shot though. We'll be able to reload in 20 seconds. Vorsig was not able to shoot Amelie back though, so that's a free kill.
Yep, sadly. But yeah, now we're at 1 point difference in favor of New Star. Correct is
going right across the field. International 64 being the guy proxy scouting him. Dynamo might be able to get the shot on him. I'm not entirely sure of the angle here. Dynamo definitely trying to make it happen, but it's not working. If he was a T32, a lot taller, he definitely could shoot him. But no, he doesn't want to. And drive door hits Dynamo in the tracks from across the way.
And the gun.
What the? Oh, that was the Bison. Ali Imperiator takes out the gun of Dynamo, but International 64 goes around the side and does take out Correct. This is looking very good for GRA right now as they are taking control of the battle, and New Star are struggling. Amelie getting 2 kills here. 2 kills for Amelie, including the Bison, and able to pull this back for his team. Now the morale must be seeming a lot better here for TM, as they did seem like they were being a bit shaky beforehand.
Yeah, we still have Vorsik and Diodor at full HP, and Just Cause at more than half, 601. And International and Amelie are going for Vorsik. So does he want to get a few shots off?
Or does he set him on fire? And Vorsik is actually at full health still, totally destroying Amelie, and it's actually 64. Still at max health! Still at max health! Amelie and it's actually 64 versus Vorsik, and Vorsik walks away unscathed. Maybe a new paint, lick, knees, but that is it. Vorsik, what a play! What a play from New Star's Vorsik.
That was balls of steel to stay that long and just empty your clip.
It's like, I need to have 4 shots fired. I have 4 shots, I want them gone.
Yeah. I can't stand having 4 shells in my barrel. Oh, and in the meantime, we have seen Coretti's moving. Oh, what's that? It's Just Cause.
Just Cause gets round the back. And Armageddon 008 is in trouble, but Dion Blonde is actually round the back, trying to get an aim on Just Cause.
And he's hitting Dynamo. Oh, down to 7. He burns from the 7 HP left.
I didn't expect that. I thought he was hunting down the artillery, but no. He turns around and says, "Hey, I see a free kill.
See you.
Burn, baby, burn."
And
Just Cause though in the open, and International 64 might be able to get 3 shots
International.
off. Oh, Daniel Blondo with the GW Panther. Boom. Headshot. WGL.
Straight in the face.
However, this is not over. Drydor and
It's
Vorsig
far
still
from
at
over.
max health here. And Vorsig seems to be invulnerable right now. He's using his hack code. He's going in, making sure that no one can touch him. Armali was no match with backup last time, let alone on his own. So Vorsig now the biggest threat. If he doesn't get hit in the face by a... Oh, yeah, no! What are you doing? Oh, down to 192. Ali and Permeator now could finish him off.
Do not peek. Do not peek.
His teammates need to get back and help him now. Oh, great tracking of Drydor. Absolutely fantastic shot from Ali there. And Armali now in a lot of trouble, but now he goes down. Armali goes down. Armali.
Get to cover. Get to cover. There's a GW Panther in the air.
GW Panther's the only thing that can save him. No! It's actually C4 goes down. Vorsig takes him down. Vorsig and Drydor. Oh my god, these two players. Vorsig especially still at max health.
Still at max health.
He's still at max health. Vorsig, what are you made of? That's not steel. He's made of some other material. Clearly this time.
Also titanium.
Titanium.
Oh
He's
my god.
Titanium tank. This time
Daniel's
absolutely invincible. It's not over though. Nope. TM will be fighting to the last breath, and they have a GW Panther.
Yep, he has been spotted up north. He tried to move to help Armali, but it was way too late, sadly.
Could get an Amarak. He's aiming for Vorsig right now. But oh, Vorsig tracks him. Second shot, Vorsig gets the kill. Vorsig gets another kill, and is still at max health. What happened?
He's still at max health.
He's still at max health.
The GW Panther didn't get a shot off.
And Armageddon 008 survives by just fluke, and Drydor finishes him off. And we have the winners brackets finalists going through tomorrow to be the map advantage guys. New star.